students, my name is Devan Misra. I am assistant professor in ABES Engineering College. In a Python programming series, today's we are going to discuss a list. In Python, list is the most commonly used sequence because in this sequence we can store different types of data types. Some important points about the list as a list element are enclosed in square brackets. Means if you want to declare any list, then you must use a square brackets like this. So within this square brackets, you can declare any list. And the element in a list must be a comma separated. The second point is this: list is the sequence of class type list. So if you wish to declare any list, then you can use the class type list. This is the class type. List can contain element of different data types. As I told you earlier, uh, the most important point about the list is this, that list is a mutable sequence. Means if you have declared any list, then in meanwhile you can also update any element into the list. The second thing is this: the list allows the duplicate element. This is also an important property of the list, because this property known as the order property. Because duplicate elements, if placed at the different places, then both list must be known as the different list. So this is the order property. I will discuss this property in the following slides also. The next point is this: the list element are ordered. It means it give a specific order to the element. If new element is added by default, it comes at the end of the list. Means if you will add any new element in the list, then it automatically come at the end of this. This will also be shown in a practical manner in this lecture also. So in this lecture, we will discuss how to create a list, and then accessing of the list, then slicing. That is the most important thing in a list also. The next thing is the mutable property and your order property. This is the sequence we will discuss in this lecture. So we will start how to create any list. So there are different types of ways through which you can also declare any list, like empty list and your non-empty list. So first of all, we will discuss the empty list. Empty list means such list where no element existed. So there are two ways through which you can also declare any empty list. Means first of all, you can declare a single s is equal to double square brackets, and it shows that you have created any empty list. The second type is this, that you can use the list class. Means you are here using the list class through which you can also declare any empty list. Okay. Now how to declare any non-empty list? Then similarly we have two options. Means if you wish to declare any non-empty list, then throw square brackets and with a comma separated elements, you can declare any list. Here you can see one is a integer type and hello is a string type, and you are using two different data types in a single list. The second way, where you are using the list class, so within a list class you can declare any list also. Okay, so this is the two ways through which you can declare any non-empty list. Now accessing of the element, as I earlier told in a string lecture series. Similarly here also there are two types of indexing. First one is your positive indexing and second one is your negative indexing. So this is the positive indexing. Positive indexing starts from left to right, and it starts from 0 to end value. And the negative indexing starts from right to left, and it starts from index value -1. Okay. So you can also accessing any element through the index value, and here I will show the how to access the element in a ideally interpreter also. Now slicing is also important concept. In a slicing, we have seen in the starting section, and the slicing is used to get substring from a string. We use slice operator in the list to get the sub list. In this syntax, you can see that this is the list name and this is the starting value of the index, and this is the ending index of the sub list, and this is the step value. Step value just shows that how many elements you would you want to skip, and this is the comma separated three segments. Okay, so with the help of this syntax, you can use the slice concept. In in the next example, you can see that how to different outputs comes if you will use a different scenario in a slice concept. So in this example, you can see that in this example, you can see that L is a list and you are declaring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 elements in the original list. So this is the first output. If you wish to print a complete list, then you can simply use a single colon. And in a second case, you are using the 2 times a single colon. So both the output will be the same. So in a first and second case only single colon and double colon has been used, and we can see in a corresponding output in a original list has been printed. Now in a third case you are seeing that you are only giving the first index value. Okay, so in a third case we have taken start value 2, which indicates take value of the list from index 2, and in result we get element from index 2 to the last element, because here you are not using the last element and you are not using the step value. So by default a last value will be the last value of the list. It will be treated as a substrings last value, and step value would be treated as a +1. So your answer will be 3, 4, 5, 6. Means it starts from the third index. In a fourth case, you can see that we have set start and end value as 2 and 5. You can see here you are starting index value 2 and your uh, end index value is 5. But here you are using the default step value, that is the 1. So your answer will be the 3, 4 and 5. And 5 it comes just because you are putting the end index value. So it will treat it as the 5 minus 1, that is the 4. Means index value 0 to 2 to 4. Means index value 2, index value 3 and index value 4 value will be the printed. So you can see here 3, 4 and your 5. You can see here in a fourth case we have set start and end both index value as 2 and 5. So it is starting from 2 and ending with 5 minus 1, that is the 4, and printing value of the indexes 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Now at the fifth case, you can see fifth case starts and step value has been set 2, 4 and 2, 5 and 2. You can see here this is the start value 2, this is the uh, end index value 5 and your step value is 2. So you are starting from index value 2 and ending 5 minus 1, that is the 4, and your step value is 2. Means you are skipping one element at each time. You are skipping alternate elements. Okay, so your answer will be the 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4, 3 and 5, sorry. Okay, so this is the output of the this given example. I think everyone must understand about the this slicing concept. I will also implement this in a ideally interpreter very soon. Now there are two properties. That is the order property and your mutable property. Order property says that ordered sequence of the list means the order in which element appears is unique and the position of every element is fixed. If we change the position of any element, then list would not be the same anymore. Let's verify this with the given example. You can see here in a first example you are using the three element string 23 and 23.34, and string and 23 swap their position in the new list. And in a new list you are seeing that uh, string and 23 values would be the swapped. Okay, so but in the next line when you are comparing both the list, then both list are says that both lists are different, that's why it returned the false output. Okay, so order property basically says that every element has its unique index value. If you change any element corresponding to their index, then your list will be the change. The mutable property says the list is mutable sequence. It means it allows changes in the element of the list. It will also says that if you want to update any element in a given list, then you can also update such type of element. Okay, it will also source in a ideally interpreter. Now we will implement all these things, means slicing and the both the properties. So let's take an example of list. This is list and we have taken three different element. First element is string, second element is integer type, and third element is your uh, float type. Okay, now we will implement the slicing. Single colon, if you implement a complete string, so you can use the single colon. And if you have a second option also to implement the complete string, that is the you can use the double colon. Answer will be the same. And if you want to start from index 1, then your answer will be the second element and your third index element. If you want to skip one element, then it starts from 0 index and end with the 3 index, and your step value will be the 2. So your second element must be printed. Means you are starting first index value 0, and then your second element would be the skipped and your third element would be the displayed. Okay, so this is the reason, that's why two elements are showing. Now one more example from negative indexing. So you can see you are reversing this string with the given syntax. In this syntax, you can see that you are using the negative index value. So your start index would be the from right to left. So first element would be the 23.34. Second element would be the 23, and your third element will be the string, because you are using the negative index values. Okay. Now we will see how to update or mutable property of this string. So we can see any, we can take a list like list 1 is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. So this is the list 1. You can also print this list 1 like this. And now if you want to update any index value, then you can update like list 1 list 1 index value 0, and you are assigning a 7 value, let's suppose. Okay, so it is allowed. And now when you print this list 1, then your answer will be the 72345. 72345. This is the property of mutable, means your list is mutable. You can update any element. Now we will see how to add any element in the list. So we can add element to the existing list using the append function. Add the new element. ठीक है, तो हम लोग with the help of append function we can using append function. Okay, now we can check list 1. We have already list 1. Now we can call append function, and you are using, and you are adding any element like 8. So your this element is added, and now you can print this list 1. Then you can see that your 8 means your 8 number would be the added at the last. So this is the way through which you can append any new element. Now we can delete any element. Deletion of element. So with the help of del attribute you can achieve this one using del. Like if you want to delete any element through del, how you can achieve this? Means you are using del list 1, and you are putting here index value 0. Okay, so your index value 0 element would be removed. Now you can print list 1, then your 7 element would not be there. Now you can see 7 element is there. Now if you know if you want to delete element and you know the index value of that element, then you can use the del attribute. But if you don't know the index value of that element which you want to delete, Then there is another option that you have a remove function through which you can also delete any element. Now check. Now you have to pass the element which you want to delete, like 8. I want to delete a 8 element and you don't know the index value of this. Then you can use the remove function. Now you can print list 1. Then you can check this. There is no 8 element in the given list. Now if you wish to delete the complete list, then you can also with the help you can also use the del attribute, like del list 1. So list 1 is deleted. Now if you wish to print del, then there is a some error it be prompted. From this we have seen that order property, mutable property, and the slicing concept. So this is all about the today's lecture. This is the reference where I have prepared the content of this lecture. Thank you.